Welcome back to episode 3 of my recaps of To Lease Do Us part. Sorry I did not film last week. Last week was just kind of crazy. Ashley wasn't here. I wasn't here for like half of it because I went to go see Sarah Bareilles. I don't know why I did that. I drove all the way from Texas to Nebraska to see her because I love her and she's the most talented human being on this planet. It was amazing. I was in the 4th row. She actually acknowledged my existence. It's her King of Anything song. She like gets the audience involved and it's like, okay, the right side of the audience goes, uh-oh, and then the left side of the audience is like, uh-oh, and she was like, okay, uh-oh, and then people were starting to already go, uh-oh, right? And they were going too early, and so I was over here and I have like long gorilla arms, and so finally they did come in handy and I was like, uh-oh, 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 doing the pointing, right? And she was like, yeah, hey, you get it, and she did point at me. I need to remind you, I was in the 4th row, so I was actually like close enough where she didn't look like an ant. Acknowledged my existence, and it was the best thing ever. Also, fun little thing I did, I got a tattoo. So I'm probably looking kind of dumb, maybe, just a little, I don't know. It's a calla lily, because that's not cliche. But it's my favorite flower, and it's from a movie called Imagine Me and You. I just really liked it. So yeah, this one is episode 3 of To Lease Do Us part. Shannon has been dating the girl that we kind of were introduced to last episode, Reese. Yeah, Reese is her name. Watching Frozen, which by the way, like you can hear it in the background, is it actually Frozen? Because unfortunately, I think I wouldn't know Frozen whether it was playing in a background of somewhere or I was actually watching it, because that's how obsessed I was with it, and still slightly am. Reese put something cute on Facebook, even though they've been dating for like a week. It's a lesbian relationship, so it automatically moves faster. Snuggly time while watching Frozen. Mika sees it, living room where Shannon and Reese are watching Frozen, and she's like, your ex just liked my post, that's weird. And she's like, oh, well, you know, maybe it slipped. We all know it didn't slip. And like 5 seconds later, she gets also a favorite on Instagram. And she's like, how did this chick even find me on Instagram? And she was like, I don't know, just ignore it. She's being dumb. Mika has now gone into the kitchen, just getting something out of the fridge. You know, Shannon behind Reese's back is like, go away, shut up, you're being so annoying. And Mika's just like, what, me? What? I don't know, I'm just getting ice cream. Then Mika decides to go from the kitchen actually to the living room where they are watching the movie. She has the ice cream, she's just eating it straight out of the pint, which is the only way to eat ice cream. Oh my gosh, did Shannon tell you that Frozen is like my all-time favorite movie? And Shannon just like rolls her eyes. And when she rolls her eyes, I noticed that she looks flipping adorable in those glasses. I don't think she had the glasses in episode 1 or 2. I feel like I would have remembered. And they ignore her straight up, which was fantastic. And she's like, oh my gosh, yes, I would want to join y'all. And that's whenever Shannon's like, don't you have somewhere to be, like a date? Didn't you say you had a date? And she's like, yeah, but he canceled, you know, whatever. Like, she's that disappointed that it did get canceled. Reese is like, wait, I thought you were gay. Yeah, I'm one of those bisexuals. Oh, you know, like, it's the worst thing in the world. Reese is like, gross. So Shannon just loses it and is like, listen, get out. And so as she's walking away, she has to have the last word, because that's Mika's personality. And she's like, just to let you know, I can't ruin Frozen because it's just that good. It's so true. Shannon basically apologizes to Reese for the awkwardness, and if it made her feel uncomfortable. She just shakes it off and she's like, it's whatever. And she's like, it's clearly because, you know, she's just in love with you still. And Shannon's like, please, no. And she's like, it's just because she loves Frozen a lot, or me a lot. So Shannon's kind of in denial with the fact that she's obviously still in love with her, and part of that denial could be the fact that she's not completely over her as well. That's right, Amber gets very analytical on these recaps. So it's clear that Reese is not buying the whole Shannon saying, oh, it's just because she likes Frozen. She just wanted to hear her say, yeah, she is still in love with me, but you know, I'm definitely not with her. But that was never said. And so Reese is kind of mad, and Shannon picks up on that, and she pulls the whole passive without you ask everything, because then you're like, okay, well, they are mad, you already know that, and you don't want to make them more mad by asking, but you need to ask, and it's just an awkward, fun little situation. She's like, no, it's whatever. She can't leave it there. Shannon can't leave it there. It's okay. I can't leave anything either. And she's like, are you sure? Because you seem kind of mad. It's really nothing. And she looks back, and Mika's right behind them, and she flips her off. That was like the last straw. It's like, you know what? I should go. And Shannon's like, but hun, you know, the movie's only halfway over. And she's like, yeah, but it takes me like 20 minutes to walk home. You know, I have an early shoot in the morning, and plus I'm, you know, wearing my slow shoes. And whenever Shannon hears that, and at this point she's already walking towards the door. And so if walking towards the door wasn't already enough of a signal that, yeah, I'm pissed and I'm leaving, the whole line about I'm wearing my slow shoes definitely did it in. Because Shannon's like, okay, clearly you're mad. Shannon has to be all chivalrous. Run to the door before her date leaves. She's like, look, please don't leave. And she's like, no, I told you I have a shoot. I really do need to get to that shoot in the morning. And she's like, and plus the movie is just kind of boring. And then Mika does what I would do. Who said that? And she like peers her head around the corner of the den. She just has this face like, I will murder anybody who said that. And it's so perfect and so relatable. And Reese is just like, yeah, I gotta get out of here. Shannon like grabs her right before she gets to the door, and she's like, well, can I walk you home? And she kind of like grabs her hips and pulls her in. And of course, I mean, how could you say no to that, right? She's like, ugh. And she like becomes weak, and then you have the first lesbian kiss of the series. But then after the kiss, she's like, no, it's still not enough. You made me forget that I was pissed, but I remembered. And so she's like, you know what, I'm really upset that I wasted a Facebook status on this. That's like the worst thing you could ever say to a lesbian. But it's kind of true. She was like, well, that was rude. And just kind of walks out, and Shannon's like, bye. And she does this slow dramatic walk back to the living room, like filled with sadness and anger all at the same time, and just a lot of complexity with her emotions that it's very clear on her face. Mika has to break the silence with comedy. Reese made the couch form with her biphobic farts. Mika is, I think, misconstrued as immature, and don't get me wrong, a lot of the things she does is immature. But that's just her personality, and it's her defense mechanism. So Shannon loses it again, and she's like, do you realize that you just fucked up my night? And she's so upset, which is totally understandable. And Mika just shrugs it off as, come on, if she can't handle competition from your ex-lover, then she doesn't deserve you. I'm like a 2 to her 8. And that's whenever, you know, Shannon's still upset and mad in the moment, is like, please, if she's an 8, you're like scraping a 0 on the lesbian scale. I don't think there's that. I don't think there should be a gap between them. I mean, I guess to each her own. Yeah, I just, no. I guess I'm a Team Mika versus Team Reese. Yeah, I'm creating teams. This has become Twilight. I'm sorry. I did not mean to compare you to Twilight. This is really bad. I'm sorry. Mika's like, so do you want to finish the rest of the movie? And she does this whole thing again. Shannon's just too sweet once again, and she's like, fine, whatever. And Mika, resilient as she is, goes for a little like head-on shoulder thing, and she's like, all right, Meek. And then that's how it ends. After watching most previous Pillow Talk on the Gay Women's channel, at the end it like talked about how Adriana like hates puns. Sarah gave everybody a challenge. I don't know if people are gonna take it, but I am. A challenge to try to find a pun in one of the Till Lease Do Us parts episodes. You're set, you're good, Adriana. You did not have any puns in this one that I at least noted. Congratulations on not writing any puns, but yet still being funny. Tune in Saturday for Ashley's and I's last video before we go off to college. Yeah, it's gonna be weird not posting every week for y'all. Keep subscribing, keep liking, keep sharing, and just keep coming back because we really like doing this for y'all. Right, bye.
That's all, folks.